Welcome back to SatoshiConomy Journal podcast number 2, a plebs treatise part 2. Where I'm going to begin is where I left off in part 1. We're going to recite again the 12 premises of a plebs treatise. So, number 1, the right to property is a fundamental human right, and property rights are foundational to human prosperity. Number 2, currency does not equal money. Number 3, money stores the energy of value and is a language of value communication. Number 4, sound money maintains or gains value over time, and as water flows downhill, so sound money flows toward a good store of value. Number 5, the CPI is not the inflation rate. Number 6, currency supply inflation debases the purchasing power of the currency, fueling price inflation. Number 7, price inflation is not necessary. Number 8, price inflation is time theft of the working class. Number 9, price inflation correlates with increased hunger, poverty, homelessness, mental illness, stress, addictions, obesity, civil unrest, crime, disease, divorce, death, suicide, violence, murder, war, and other social maladies, and can logically be construed as a tax on society. Number 10, a high velocity of money is vitally important for a healthy economy and is now efficiently available globally through recent internet-based fintech innovations using blockchain technology. Number 11, an open, global, inclusive, 24/7, 365 internet-based free market with transparent internet transactions is now unstoppable and will lead to reliably true price discovery of goods and services, more competition, and less corruption on a global scale. Number 12, and finally, the invention of the internet is the most widely impacting and powerful invention in human history. Thus, as the world will predictably continue to adopt this common sense transformation of money onto the internet of money will become the most widely impacting and powerful invention in human history. Could the dollar really lose its crown as the world reserve currency? As a 5-year-old kindergartner in the USA, I remember reciting the Pledge of Allegiance every school day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America is kind of what it sounded like to me, but I knew that red, white, blue flag was symbolic of our country, and somehow, as an innocent and impressionable child, that flag was sacred. It symbolized freedom, and allegiance to it promised liberty and justice for all. Freedom, liberty, and justice were 3 big words for a 5-year-old, but to me, it meant a playground, play any game you want, and we all play by the same rules. Game on! Fast forward several decades, and due to the public and open internet and the ubiquity of cameras and accountability, there's a much higher awareness and sensitivity to freedom, liberty, and justice for all the world's plebs and for 5-year-olds as well, and that's for sure. What do freedom, liberty, and justice for all have to do with money? Well, up until now, not very much, but throughout history, practically every nation's monetary policy has been designed, issued, and controlled by the elite ruling authorities of the empires and nation-states which issued them. Thus, monetary policies throughout history have largely been designed by powerful groups as a mechanism favoring those in control. Yet in this decade, plebs will continue to show that freedom, liberty, and justice for all have everything to do with money. Right now, for the first time in history, there exists the world's first money designed to decentralize the powers and controls of its very own monetary policy. Via an internet-based mathematical design, this money exists as an open, global, borderless, transparent, public digital monetary network with a limited supply. And this money requires no permission to adopt it. It's called Bitcoin. With a $50 phone and an internet connection, anyone anywhere is enabled to participate in the Bitcoin network on a global and verifiably correct public monetary ledger. This digital monetary network is provably correct and has an inherently designed tamper-proof record because it cannot be securely or secretly altered. This eliminates counterfeiting, fraud, and the double spending of any Bitcoin. And this is the most fundamental and probably the most important thing that Satoshi Nakamoto implemented into money is the ability to eliminate this double spend problem. Bitcoin is truth and honesty in money, establishing monetary justice for all participants. What a concept. Within this peaceful and brave new world of peer-to-peer internet money, Bitcoin thrives on freedom, free market dynamics, liberty, permissionless participation, justice, honesty, and accountability in money via public internet ledgering. Already, Bitcoin has become the quickest entity in history by far to reach $1 trillion valuation. This rate of growth was never possible in a pre-internet world. The network effects inherent within an electric, digital, internet network enables virality, which exponentializes the speed of growth and the number of customers attainable. Here are $1 trillion success stories. All of these reached since 2018. Microsoft, it took 44 years, Apple 42, Amazon 24 years, Google 21, Tesla 18, recently Facebook 17 years, and Bitcoin 12 years to reach $1 trillion valuation. Beyond Bitcoin, DeFi, or decentralized finance, is blazing a new trail in an entirely new industry which will birth many trillion-dollar entities during this decade. Decentralized finance owes much of its success to Bitcoin because of its ability to innovate and the inherent nature of money to flow into the best store of value. DeFi is a spin-off juggernaut financial industry which has emerged in recent years and has grown from about a billion total value locked in June of 2018 to reach almost 100 billion total value locked only 39 months later in September of 2021. Within, you can go to DeFiPulse.com to find the present rate there. Within the DeFi industry is a new and thriving global liquidity market which rewards stakeholders and interest. Well, it rewards them with interest percentages in exchange for staking. Yielding percentages are attainable through many DeFi offerings at thousands of times greater percentages. This isn't a mistake. I didn't misspeak. Thousands of times greater percentages than those offered by traditional banks to their savings customers. Wrapping up, I'll mention one trend which is taking all regions of the world by storm. Another emerging industry blowing away the naysaying boomer generation is called NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, where, for example, artistic digital representations of apes, yes, like the gorilla, have sold for $5 million plus. The highest priced single NFT sold for almost $100 million. In case you think this market is bogus, consider this. Many people cash out their asking price immediately. Children are making more money than their parents via NFTs and internet gaming play-to-earn competition. It's known as P2E. Even 5-year-olds understand this. At this pivotal moment in history, the world teeters at the tipping point of an historic transfer of wealth. Leading economists, statisticians, researchers, thought leaders, historians, geopolitical leaders, financial and monetary experts, and yes, even bankers have been warning about this transfer of wealth for over 2 decades. And this prophesied historic transfer of wealth is happening little by little and then will eventually happen all of a sudden. 2022 will be a pivotal year, and this will be proved out by the markets globally. We'll end part 2 here of a pleb's treatise. Look for part 3 soon. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe to the SatoshiConomy Journal podcast. And sum it up and turn the thumb blue over at SatoshiConomy YouTube. I'll appreciate it. You can help others and help me for free. Hashtag love all, serve others. I wish you well. I wish you wealth. I wish you health. And until next time, peace.